Hello, fabulous Aquarius. We have got Mars retro season taking place. Now, part of this Mars retro season is happening at the very top of your sky. So it is going to be those big projects, those career goals that are going to be asking for your attention. And where it is that maybe you haven't been able to, whether it's finish certain projects or you've kind of not tied up loose ends, right? You've not fulfilled certain intentions. This is where you are going to have to go back and make sure that, you know, as they say, all of those, not just T's are crossed, but it's almost like I'm seeing the knots need to be tied. I think that's the visual that I'm getting. So it's almost as if I'm seeing you needing to go back and make sure that you've done what you said you would do. You've done what you promised yourself you would do in terms of making sure you have a solid base from which to grow. Now, it's not about base, right? This is about what's happening on a career level, but ensuring that what you have achieved, you are not just half achieving it, but that you've fully done it. You've done what you needed to do. This also can be a time when you get that personal clarity as to what you really do want to do. Do you really feel strong and empowered? Do you really feel like you're doing something that allows you to feel like you are on a path, at the very least, of being celebrated as an expert in what you do, as an authority in what you do? Where it is that you would say, no, Nadiya, I'm not feeling that. This is going to be your chance to start to take action, to start to own that part of you that wants to move forward. But this also, I do think for a small percentage of you out there, if you've been pursuing a path and you know that this, you know, if something within you knows this doesn't really feel right, this isn't really the thing for you, then this is going to be the bravery to admit that to yourself, no matter how long you've been on that path. Maybe it served its purpose, or maybe there's a path that you let go of that now is calling you again. Maybe you let go of it 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and now it's calling you again. Even if it's just a brief foray into it, it does look like you are coming to a deeper understanding of what you have achieved and what more there is to do. And then you add to this the element of this additional, we have this additional sign being activated with this Mars, and this is happening in the sign that represents friendships and represents having to spend time with people, your social circles, the groups that you belong to. These are going to be spaces that are asking for your attention, and also you are going to be motivated to connect to others within these spaces. So be open, be excited, but at the same time, be wise, because it does look like you are set to have a series of experiences that are meant to show you like who's with you and who you might have outgrown, and what direction it is now that you want to grow towards, what direction it is now that you want to have reflected in terms of the people who are around you. And if there are any sort of projects, social connection related, things that you want to do with other people, things that you want to participate in with groups of people, then this is a really good time to gather those experiences you need to know whether or not you belong, right? Whether or not this really is what you are supposed to be doing or meant to be doing. And that's going to help you clarify that much more. Really, in all honesty, not a great time for you to be thinking about, if I may say, I mean, I feel as I look at this that there might be some of you out there that are thinking about, very attracted to a friend, maybe some of you out of nowhere. Just know that, again, it's like the Mercury retrograde, right? If you start something with a friend while a planet, an important personal planet, is retrograde in that part of the sky, once that planet goes direct, things can turn out to be different than you originally thought. So just be mindful of that, be aware of that. And also understand that ultimately your time is your own, and you can decide exactly who you're going to share it with and how it is that you are going to share it. And also, you know, regardless of what happens, you have a right to change your mind on all things: work, career, achievement, and also who you hang out with. One of the great exciting moments for you, Aquarius, will come in the month of August. That is when this very friendship part of the sky is especially strong, especially lit up, and especially speaking to you. really seeing a deeper truth into the people that you are with, into how other people are growing as well. And just because you are deciding to go in new directions, you might not be spending as much time with certain people, doesn't mean that they don't have a whole lot to do as well. Okay, so nobody's waiting by the phone and crying. And if somebody makes you feel like they do, that is a sure way to repel you. Of all the signs out there, that is a sure way to repel you. So whether it is a friend, whether it's a friend who desires to be more, or whether it is a friend that has been more and you've thought about possibly being more, you will know if this is something that really can have a level of reflection and have a level of honest connection, or whether it is that all of a sudden you realize, whoa, what did I do? What am I getting into? The person starts behaving in ways that ultimately make you feel like you want to run the other way. You might not want to do it right in front of them. You might not want to be screaming. But always, always, as an Aquarian, you have to be true to yourself, because it is from that place from which all great things come forward for you in life, in love, and in happiness.